Hey everyone, this is Maine Manalansan Veneracion, an all-around creative.
And Kevin Veneracion, a mental health professional.
Welcome to Therapop,
a conversation podcast where we therapize your favorite pop culture characters.
Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Four Sisters and the Wedding discussion.
Welcome back.
So for part 1, we discussed the birth order theory.
By Alfred Adler. Our newest friend in
the show. And then how that applies to the first two people in the... What's their last name? I don't know.
Shucks.
What's their last name? How come we don't know?
Teddy and Bobby.
Salazar. Yeah. And how that applies to Teddy and Bobby. So we will be starting this episode with the third sibling naman.
Our middle child.
Si Alex.
Played by
Angel Oxy.
So,
si Alex naman, she is portrayed as the middle sheep. The black sheep of the family, or at least, yun nga, parang that's how they really made her seem. Kasi, parang compared to the rest of the siblings, siya yung medyo may unconventional. Quote unquote. I say this as a creative who also has like an unconventional job. Or like a non-traditional job. I mean, in the sense.
Which is, ano siya, AD? Assistant
in
director.
a film. And, yun, parang medyo, like, may rebellious side siya, or yun yung pinapakita. Like, she wears shorts. Yuck. I'm so rebellious, I wear shorts.
Hey,
Kaya daw palagi mag-pants.
We have some friends na pinipilit mag-pants lagi.
Ayun nga eh.
Kahit alam naman natin comfortable siya naka-shorts.
Kaya nga, see?
Be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself.
Our friend out there.
Yes. Anyway, so Alex is very true to herself with her shorts. But you know what I love about Alex the most? She drives a Tamaraw. Remember?
Tamaraw FX?
Yeah. She drives a fucking Tamaraw.
Doon siya natutulog.
Track girl. So, ayun. It's unfair na wala masyadong information about Alex, actually. It's just that, yun nga, she's the black sheep, siya yung nang-agaw ng jowa. Yun yung image na pinakita eh. So like...
What do you mean wala masyadong information for her?
No, I mean, that's parang wala masyadong positive things about Alex na pinakita. Kasi like, she's not working a lucrative job. Siya yung nang-agaw ng jowa. Siya yung masungit.
I think the fact that she doesn't... Well, masungit and cold is Bobby. Yun yung na-portray doon, di ba? Yun yung reklamo nila kay Bobby siya masungit cold. Alex is actually the one who defends the other siblings always. She's the first one. Siya yung palaban. Siya nag-defend kay Reb.
Okay. Oo nga. Siya
diba?
yung kamakampi kay Reb.
And she's the one who doesn't give a shit about what other people say. Siya yung... I think those are actually positive attributes, right?
Okay. So yun, she is the super mega middle child in a sense na they're 5, she's the third one. Tapos siya lang yung may naibang name.
Yeah.
Sa 4 na girls.
That's actually a good observation.
Teddy, Bobby, tapos si Gabby yung sumunod, tapos Alex.
Do you think her name is really Alexi? Pero siya lang nag-decide na Alex na lang.
Parang, I don't wanna be like you. I don't think so. Kasi yung behavior naman niya now, like with the way she is in the family, that's also influenced by the mom, I guess. I don't know. Ikaw, what is your interpretation as, like, according to the birth order theory?
Actually, if we're gonna base it on favoritism na pinakita sa movie, si Bobby actually pinakalugi. Kasi si Mommy, ang paborito niya, si Teddy, tsaka si Reb, eldest and youngest. Si Daddy, ang paborito niya, si Alex, at tsaka si Gabby. I'm gonna assume, si Alex kasi medyo boyish. So, kaya siguro, sa dad niya, close sa dad niya. I'm gonna assume si Gabby kasi bunsong na babae.
Yeah.
Pero assumptions lang ta. Never naman ta sinabi sa movie, diba? So, si Bobby actually yung walang may favorite. But anyway, about Alex, sa birth order theory, kung ikaw daw yung middle child, you're sandwiched between, syempre, mga older tsaka yung mga youngest, right? So, because of your position there, oftentimes daw ikaw hindi napapansin. So, you're devoid of pero you're devoid of parang significance or role sa pamilya. So, oftentimes, middle children grow up either of two things. It's either ikaw yung rebellious and different and black sheep, which Alex exemplifies in the movie, or ikaw yung peacekeeper sa family. Ikaw yung nag-aawat ng mga away, which is actually what Gabby does. Siya yung laging nagsasabi, ate, tama na. Kaya for me, later on for Gabby is both a middle child, pang-apat out of 5, and a youngest child being the youngest daughter. So, but anyway, so dito na si Gabby for Alex. Yung the fact na siya yung iba, siya yung naging different. Maybe because the fact na hindi siya nabibigyan ng pansin, it's either, sige, ako bahala sa buhay ko, hindi naman ako papansinin. It's either that or I'll be different, so mapapansinin niyo ako. And I guess yun yung pinaparating nila for Alex in that movie. So yun, I think you've already mentioned yung naging choice of career niya na parang bahala na sila what they think. Pero actually, swerte siya na sinaport siya doon ni Ate Bobby niya eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah. Pero, going back to the wall of recognition, diba si Alex yung may pinaka-konti na achievements?
Why do you think that is?
Yeah.
Sabi rin sa birth order theory, it's either, as a lot of middle children daw, mayroon silang attitude na di mo naman ako pinapansin, so bahala na. Take it or leave it. Parang ganun, bahala na. I mean, you don't care rin naman. So, parang, bahala na if hindi ako perform well. That's how, sabi sa birth order theory, So, maybe that's why yun yung binigay nilang character kay, Alex when they drafted her, yung script.
Yeah. So, you're saying na parang, totoo ba to? Like, do kids really perform more or parang tend to achieve more if you pay more attention to them? Parang that's the conclusion I got.
Hindi, parang it's more of, hindi mo naman ako pinapansin, so, parang, bahala na, whatever. Parang gano'n. Whatever na yung approach ko to everything. To my grades, to my choice of career. Yun yung sabi ng birth order theory, Pero, hindi ko naman alam how valid that is.
Yeah. Okay. So, yun din ba yung concept ni Alex pagdating sa jowa niya? Charot. Bahala na. I'm with Chad. I think we stopped parang this is where we left off the conversation during part 1. Kasi, tied si Bobby and Alex. That's the main reason for their conflict is nang agaw ng jowa si Alex nga.
Initially, I think I mentioned this to you. Initially, akala ko it was more of like, kasi idol kasi Ate Bobby, so gagayahin ko siya in all aspects, including,
the boyfriend.
Pero the more I think about it, I think it's more of like a self-esteem issue for Alex. And I think she gave that away when she told Bobby na, kaya ka naman ako pumatol kay Chad, diba? Kasi ako naman yung kulelat sa atin. Remember that line? Parang, yung medyo nagkabati na sila.
So, parang she also admits
so she admits na
si Chad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So she's saying na I deserve this kind of man. Ina-admit niya na womanizer si Chad. Na gago si Chad. Pero sinasabi niya dahil ako naman yung kulelat sa atin, baka kaya ko siya sinagot. So that was again the line na we accept the love we think we deserve. Parang lumalabas yun doon. Na ganun yung tingin ni Alex sa sarili niya. Na ako naman yung kulelat sa ating magkapatid, deserve ko tong gagong lalaki. Parang ganon.
Did they break up after? They did, no?
Yeah, diba, dinanag niya si Mukha Uson.
Alright! I love that.
Diba? Pero babe, parang there was also a part there na nag-usap sa ni Bobby and she said na nung umalis ka Ate Bobby, feeling ko wala na akong kakampi. And nung US ka, wala lang akong kakampi. And Chad was always there, nangungulit, nagko-compliment, nagbibigay ng attention kay Alex. For a middle child na hindi napapansin sa pamilya, how can you resist na this is the man na who makes me feel good? Kasi sa pamilya ko naman, di naman nila ako pinapansin.
Yeah, naisip ko lang din, hindi in-explain ni Bobby na I'm doing this for you. In-explain ba niya during that time? When she left?
Hindi sinabi sa movie. Kung nag-explain siya, lumabas lang din sa confrontation, pero in hindsight na yan. Pero hindi sinabi. Although, I would assume na parang kung nagpapadala siya ng pera, hindi ba yun obvious dapat? But then again, a lot is lost in translation naman talaga. If you don't say it explicitly.
Or maybe hindi lang din nakita ni Alex or hindi niya na-appreciate as much because there's guilt.
Pwede rin. Pwede rin. So, I think yun, for Alex and Chad, it's those two things. Self-esteem ni Alex na feeling niya deserve niya si Chad kasi kolelat siya. And number two, she needed validation and she could only get that from Chad kasi nobody else was paying her enough attention sa pamilya nila, being the middle child. And the fact na umalis kasi si ate Bobby niya. So, yun. It all goes back to Alex's self-esteem. So to all our friends who are stuck in relationships na you know you deserve better, please know your worth. And
to our friend
uy, please know your worth. You deserve better than that.
Yes, we agree. This is a Therapop approved message.
Sige.
Okay, next, should we go? I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Okay, next, we have Gabby. So, Gabby is played by Shaina Magdayaw. Diba, I remember, sino nga yung trio before? Shaina, Camille Prats, and then si
Julina Magdangal?
Danes. Yung mas bata.
Camille Marquez?
Danes.
Angelica Panganiban? Angelica Panganiban?
Angelica Panganiban is like a separate entity. But like, meron yung tatlo sila always eh. Camille, Shaina, and then Serena. Is it Serena?
Vander Woodson.
Oo. Nag-asap ko. Serena, Dalrymple. There. See? Remember her?
Yeah.
Yun, the trio. Anyway. So, Gabby, I guess she's the only one who stayed in the family home.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why she is being portrayed as the kanang kamay. Or at least, parang, on behalf of the mom, she's like the one doing the household or managing the household stuff.
Yeah.
So, parang she's like mature also. Like, I guess. I mean, they're old. They're supposed to be mature. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's a teacher. Right?
I'm not sure.
Parang there was one scene there, like she was walking in a campus.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yun,
right.
she's a teacher. Aside from that, wala na akong maalala. That's yun na lang yung ano niya.
I think,
nagluluto siya.
Yeah, I think kay Gabby, parang, medyo, actually ako, hindi rin ako makadecide kung are we gonna treat her as like a middle child or a youngest child. Given nga yung position niya sa family. But I think it's a mix of both. With the middle child syndrome na we talk about kanina, di ba either rebellious si Alex yun, or ikaw yung parang taga-awat ng lahat. Kasi you're the one in the middle. So you're literally in the middle also of the fights. Parang ganun. So, kita mo yun sa kanya. Siya yung lagi nagsasabi na, ate, tama na. Ate, bati na tayo. Bati na kayo. Hindi ko alam. Sabi ng birth order theory because ikaw nga daw yung sa gitna and you don't necessarily have a role. Like an assigned role. Pero sometimes you take on other roles. Sometimes you take on other roles in the family like yun, yung pagiging peacekeeper. I actually also think for Gabby na kita natin diba yung sa flashback, yung sa start na hindi siya pinapakinggan being the youngest girl. So ang inisip ko, kaya ba siya naging super serious growing up? Para seryosohin siya ng lahat? Kasi growing up, parang hindi siya tinitake seriously eh.
I mean, we can only base it on the first scene.
Yeah, the first scene when they were kids na parang hindi siya masyado napapakinggan. There was
siya ba yung sali ako. Okay.
Siya yun, sali ako, tapos parang siya, saling pusa siya lagi. So, inisip ko, is that part of it? Being the youngest among the girls na she felt growing up na she had to be more serious?
Kasi then parang for a while,
siya yung bunso. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, diba? For a long time, siya yung bunso. And dinasal nila magka-baby boy.
Yeah.
Iisip ko isa, I'm not sure. And, is that only the reason why teacher yung inassign na role sa character niya? Is because teachers tend to be super serious and strict. So, it all blends into the same character. Na, she overcompensated for being the youngest for a long time by being more mature and being more serious.
Or baka naging teacher siya kasi in-idolize niya si Ate Teddy who was formerly also a teacher. Pwede rin.
Pero yun yung basa ko kay Gabby. And I think mas mabigyan siya ng more emphasis in the later movies. Pero at least for the first one, yun, parang underappreciated all her life. Yun yung nakukuha ko from her. Even when they were adults.
Kasi parang siya na nga yung nagstay in the family home, pero parang Ate Teddy pa rin yung nung mom niya.
Siya kita mo, when all the sisters came in, yung role niya, talagang bumalik din sa dati. Na pati yung kwarto niya, ginive up niya. Diba? Na parang, sinabi din sa kaila Toti Marina, si Ate Teddy na matutulog din sa kwarto ko, ibalik mo ako dito sa kwarto na to. So, lagi siya yung nagbibigay. Lagi na lang siya yung nag-a-adjust.
That must be so exhausting for her, though. It's so hard to be like a mediator in a big family. Yeah. I mean, wala rin kasi masyadong parang walang moments of action for her for us to use as a basis.
Yun lang talaga na parang peace siya. Hindi siya nag-start ng gulo. Lagi siya yung nag-aasikaso ng lahat.
Well, that one time na si Princess went to the house to bring breakfast.
Yeah.
Bakit na siya nag-breakfast? Kasi galing sa strip club sila Reb.
Yeah.
And then they were hungover. Was that it? And
yeah,
then,
pero siya didn't bring for Reb. Nagkataon lang na magdadala talaga siya.
Magdadala siya ng breakfast. Okay.
Tapos nagkataon lang na hangover si Reb.
Oo. And then like Princess cooked breakfast and then
she got territorial.
Oo, naging territorial siya. So nagluto din siya ng pagkain niya.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that says about her.
No, I think that's just the fact na somebody else is getting your role. Kasi yung role niya yun siya yung nag-ano ng food talaga. I don't think it's necessarily a birth order thing. I think it's just the fact na somebody else is cooking in my kitchen. Somebody else is serving food na I should be serving.
Right.
I think that his comfort came from there. Pero I don't think it's like a character flaw or something like that.
Yeah. So, like, she really is the peacekeeper and the neutral ground.
Yeah, she is.
Wawa naman, Gabby. Parang this is the most stressful. For me, this is the most stressful role. Being the peacekeeper.
Pinakamadaling role kay Reb.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's move on to Reb. The baby of the family. So, the youngest child, super bunso, to the point na, like, the four sisters asked for a brother. So, medyo malaki yung gap nila. How old do you think Shaina was?
Sa itsura nila nung
Gabby
sa starting scene?
Yeah.
She seemed like she was like 5 or 6.
Also like 6-year gap.
Yeah, she seemed like she was 5 or 6. So, I think sila Teddy there was around 11, 12.
Yeah, so baby talaga.
Yeah.
And, yun nga, siya yung magpapakasal kay Princess. And I think yung napansin ko is, also what was said in the movie was he jumps into relationships super quickly. And do you think that's because he is so used to being supported by women all his life?
Feeling ko, yeah. Feeling ko.
No?
Definitely.
Like, binibaby siya all the time.
Yeah, but definitely. So, basically, di ba we talk about attachment theory in previous episodes. So, mukhang for Reb, yun yung template niya of what relationships are. Na kinikater to siya, inaalagaan siya, nasa kanya, siya yung center of attention. So, I think growing up, kaya rin siya jumping from one relationship to another, it's because sanay siya na dun, like, baka dun nagagaling a big part of his validation comes from his relationships. And siguro on another level, it seems like puro positive yung naging experience niya with relationships. Kasi dahil, at least sa family, no? Na parang everybody's catering to him. So, is that part of the reason why hindi siya reluctant to jump into relationships? Kasi hindi siya jaded?
Kaka-break niya nga lang kay diba? What's her name?
Yeah. But it took a few years.
Huh?
Magtagal-tagal sila nun.
Yun nga, but it
sige. Maybe
it took him
a short
time to get over her and then jump into...
Yeah, because baka nga most of his relationships sa buhay niya, being the youngest, medyo, I guess hindi siya as jaded about relationships. Anyway, pero feeling ko the bigger reason is what we said earlier, na, na based on his template of what relationships are, lagi siya tinitake care of at kinikater to. Then all the more reason he's gonna jump into relationships.
Yeah. And I think na pag-usapan din natin tong the fact that he proposed right away, parang he's trying to prove na he's like a grown-up already. Remember this?
Yeah, and that I think that comes from being the youngest also, na, di ba there was a line doon na parang feeling rin niya, like we said with Shaina kanina, feeling niya na hindi siya siniseryoso lagi. So, is that part of the reason why he makes big decisions like this? To prove to everyone else na, I'm my own man? Like, I'm a big boy already. I'm not the baby.
Yeah. Kasama ba sa birth order yung youngest child pala decision? Mag-isa.
Ako hindi.
Like, not consulting other people.
Ako feeling ko nga baliktad eh. Like, you can't really make your own decisions kasi ang daming nakiki
I mean, that also happened.
Yeah.
No, pero
Hindi naman. Hindi siya trait ng youngest child na you make your own decisions. So, at least sa birth order theory ha.
okay.
I think, yung sinabi natin kanina na sometimes you make decisions because you wanna be bigger than how you felt all your life. I think dun papasok yan na nag-make siya ng big decisions like that to prove to everyone else na, you know, hindi na ako baby. I can make my own decisions.
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
And in fairness to Reb, he's like nice.
Yeah. Actually, yung common trait sa birth order theory is medyo fun-loving, at outgoing, may pagka-self-centered, yung mga youngest child. I think kita naman kay Reb eh. Very si Reb, di ba? Not jaded in life. Yung dating niya. Very, siya? Positive, di ba? Kita naman natin sa kanya eh.
Na parang even though like your four sisters are like sobrang sinisira talaga yung
yeah, he was still
relationship, but he's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Grabe yun. Like, kasi kung ako yun, magagalit talaga ako. Like, I'd fight my siblings for not accepting the person I wanna marry. Tapos si Reb was like, I mean, nagalit din naman siya at one point, but siya. Parang, not that much. Yeah. And, yeah, what else with Reb? Reb loves chararats.
I think sabi dito sa research natin, based on birth order theory nga, because yung youngest child, they tend to make decisions to prove themselves. Parang hindi na sila yung perpetual baby ng family. Oftentimes daw, a lot of those plans don't really pan out. Na medyo naging rush yung decisions.
Well, medyo rush naman
yeah,
decision.
I think this is a rush decision also. So, yun lang. Dun siya, sabi na, pwede daw dun nang gagaling yan. Yung motivations for those big decisions. Parang ganun. Sige, so, you wanna talk about the mom?
Oh, yeah, the mom. The mom has her favorites. But I think yung hindi masyadong na flesh out was how, kasi diba they almost got divorced, and then the dad is not in the picture, so I don't know if they separated when he died.
Namatay yung daddy.
So parang how does that factor in with her relationship with the siblings?
With the kids?
With the kids, yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
na parang, I don't know, dahil naghiwalay sila nung asawa niya.
Hindi sila naghiwalay eh.
Ay, dahil namatay. Muntik nga sila maghiwalay, diba? They almost got divorced during the start of the film. Nag-aaway. That's why they asked for the baby brother.
The kids asked for, yeah.
Yun, so parang how did that experience change her relationship with her kids?
I would expect na mas maging closer ka sa kids mo. Kasi all of your time will be spent with your kids na parang ganun.
Bakit hindi siya mas naging close kay Bobby if Bobby was the one who helped the family the most?
Because Bobby was away. Bobby was in the US living her own life.
I guess wala pang internet masyado nun, no? Hindi ba sa'yo nakapag-FaceTime?
I would expect nga na dapat closer siya kay Gabby. Kasi si Gabby naging right hand niya, di ba?
Yeah.
And I think that's true. Medyo close naman sila ni Gabby.
Yeah. I mean, not like close
Gabby
sila,
and
but
Reb.
not a favorite.
Yeah, kasi ang favorite niya, syempre, from buong buhay na yun. So, si Teddy talaga, tsaka si Reb. Pero actually, sige, I think, what I want to point out kay Mommy is, I agree with Bobby's point, na sometimes, kahit hindi mo napapansin, lalabas talaga yung meron kang kids na hindi naman necessarily favorite, pero you pay more attention to. And I like what Bobby said na that's okay. Kasi what I want to point out is, just because mas malaking attention na pinakita niya dun sa kuya mo, or sa ate mo, or sa bunso nyo, it doesn't mean your parents love you any less. Yeah. So, yun lang. I think yun lang yung gusto kong iparating with regards to the mom, na may siyang reasons which she pointed out as sakitin daw yung bunso at saka si Teddy. Kaya nandun yung more of her attention. Pero from sa sarili niyang kalooban, she knows she loves her children equally. And I actually agree with that. Pero ikaw mukhang hindi. But hindi ka
If you love your
naniniwala.
children equally, why don't you show it equally?
Kasi lahat naman tayo, babe, may mga blind spots. So, lahat naman tayo.
Kaya nga, so I don't believe that she loves her children equally because she has her favorites. Doesn't that follow?
For me, no. Like I said, parang
Or parang iba lang yung way ko ng pag-show ng love
Yeah.
sa'yo. The way I show my love to Bobby is I keep repeating that Teddy is the best.
or, look at it this way. Bobby, mahal kita and I actually trust you more than I trust Teddy.
Yeah, but she never said that. Did she?
Doon sa confrontation scene, yun sinabi niya na kaya nasa kanila yung attention ko, kaya kay Ate Teddy mo. Kasi si Ate Teddy mo at si Rev, sila yung mahina. That's what she said.
Oh, but si Alex, hindi niya bakit hindi?
Sinabi, kayo
You
tatlo,
love niya.
sabi niya, kayo tatlo, Bobby, Alex, and Gabby, I didn't have to worry about you guys so much. Yan sinabi ni
So
Mami.
that's how she shows her love, giving them...
No, it's not how she shows her love. That's why mas yung attention niya kay Teddy and kay Rev. Kasi sila yung mahina sa
Yeah nga,
kids.
pero yung question ko is, like, if she loves them equally, why isn't she showing it equally?
Because, babe, not all your kids are gonna be equal in terms of sino yung mga ngailangan sa'yo. It's not equal. Just like what she said, mas kinailangan ako ni Teddy kasi siya yung mahina. Ikaw, hindi na ako masyado nagtutok sa'yo dahil you were pretty good. And it's true. If we're gonna have multiple kids, not everyone's gonna need us the same way. Iba-iba sila ng how they're gonna need us. Therefore, maging iba-iba rin in some ways, no? Maging iba rin yung the way we show love. For example, kung yung kid natin na medyo mahina sa math, just because we give him more time in tutoring him in math, doesn't mean we love the other kid any less. It just so happens na yun yung kailangan niya from us.
But in terms of pride, though,
What do you mean?
pride towards Teddy, showing like her accomplishments and stuff. Well, I guess hindi naman kasalanan ng ibang kids na they don't have the same amount of medals in that wall of recognition.
Yeah, at saka isang iisip doon, syempre mas mag-invest ka ng time mo kay Teddy kasi mas mahina siya. Mag-invest ka ng more time sa kanya, mas rin yung mo.
But in the wall of recognition, like let's say, Alex is the weakest when it
In
comes to
terms
like...
of awards, no?
Yeah nga, so ba't
Pero-
hindi siya nag-pay attention to Alex?
Yun yung medyo contradictory sa statement niya na parang malakas naman daw si Alex. Parang Alex didn't need her as much. So, my interpretation of that is, nakita siguro niya na unbothered si Alex by the fact na ganon, na even if confident si Alex sa sarili. Baka growing up nakita
right.
niya na Teddy was very insecure.
So parang she needed the awards to make her feel
Maybe, I don't know. These are all assumptions.
these are all assumptions.
Pero clearly, yun ang sinabi niya sa kids niya. Si Ate Teddy mo tsaka si Rev, yung mahihina sa inyo. Kaya nasa kanila yung attention ko.
The way I interpreted that, I thought it was like physically.
That also.
Like sakitan sila.
That
that's why.
also. Pero I also think it's not just yung sakitin.
Okay. I guess. But like, I mean, you're the more experienced one here kasi you have siblings. Ako like...
Basta ako,
Yeah.
ang ano ko dun is naniniwala talaga ako na just because more attention dun sa other kid, it doesn't mean mas mahal nga yung other kid.
Okay.
I think you love all your kids. It's just in different ways sa paano mo
You should.
napapakita. Depende sa pangangailangan nila.
Okay, second to the final question for this. So now that we've discussed like the birth order theory and how that kind of affects the family dynamics and maybe how you are being treated as you grow up. Does that affect your mental health in a way?
Well, based sa research natin for this show, sorry. Based sa research natin for this show, medyo conflicting yung data. Like, there was one study daw in 2021 na yung bunsong children, sila daw yung may least or lowest rate ng mental health problems. Is that maybe that has to do with the fact na
They're loved and supported.
nakukuha nila yung gusto nila. And then, there was another study daw na middle children daw yung lowest happiness across all ages. Is that because sila hindi napapansin? And then there's another study naman na yung firstborn daw yung, yung not the middle, but the firstborn daw yung mas may pinaka-mental health challenges. Kasi, siguro sa kanila yung lahat ng pressure. Eldest.
Okay.
So, medyo magkakaiba-iba yung mga sinasabi ng studies. Ako naniniwala ako, like what I said earlier in the previous episode, it really depends on the lived experience of the child growing up. Kasi, hindi naman automatic nga yung birth order, yung experiences when it comes to birth order. The parents still have something to do with it. Kung ano yung ipaparating mo, ipapafeel mo sa kid mo growing up. So, it really depends on their lived experience. And I think at the end of the day, when it comes to mental health, it's not just one thing that determines how your mental health is going to be. It's gonna be biological, social experiences,
Psychosocial,
psychological, even spiritual. So yeah, I don't think necessarily kung anong birth order mo may ibig sabihin sa mental health mo. It really depends on your experience growing up.
Yay! Yun lang.
Alright,
no, sorry,
so,
Dylan was moving the whole time you were explaining. So, parang I was nag-zone out ako. He's like moving. Okay, so what did we learn today? I'll go first. Mahirap pagpalaki ng bata. Just. No, it's hard. Well, that's obvious naman. I guess it's harder to raise multiple kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because number one, I don't have experience as a mom. Also, I don't have siblings, so I don't know what it's like. But also, parang I don't want to be the type of parent talaga. Like the mom here in Four Sisters. Like, if I say that I love my children equally, I'm gonna show it equally also. If it's necessary, I'm gonna time block the time I spend with my kids.
I really think you're being too hard on, what's her name? Connie Reyes?
Yeah.
I really think you're being too hard on her character. It's hard having lots of kids. I
bet. Yes, I guess. I just feel bad for my bias, Bobby.
Kasi even my mom's a really amazing woman, pero I think kami magkakapatid, we have our suspicions kung sino yung favorite niya, even if my mom says na wala siyang favorite.
Your mom naman kasi, like, I really feel na she treats you equal, well, from outsider's perspective.
Exactly. Pero the kids themselves, us, may mga sarili-sarili kaming suspicions kung sino.
You know, that's funny kasi we talked about it. You weren't there.
Oh.
Yung suspicion mo, hindi align sa suspicion nila.
Sino sila?
There are other siblings. Kung sino yung favorite. Maling-mali yun sa'yo. Maling-mali yun sa'yo. So parang, okay, that's interesting.
So, yun nga. So, I think no matter how hard you try, kaya yung sinasabi mo na you spend equal time with everyone, I think it's bound to happen. I think it's bound to happen na your kids will feel like meron kang favorite. And I don't think necessarily it has to do with your own actions. Baka sometimes it's also yung perception na ng kids mo.
That's true.
So I guess what I wanna add to what you said is that, when it comes to our kids' self-esteem, mental health growing up, we just try our best. Pero napakaraming sources of narcissistic self-injury or ang napakaraming sources of things that can affect your kid's self-esteem even if you do everything right as a parent. Pwedeng sa school, pwedeng sa friends, pwedeng sa relationships, pwedeng sa sarili nilang kapatid. Expectations of themselves sa sarili nila, expectations ng mga comparing themselves to their siblings. Even if ikaw as a parent, you don't really pressure your child, pwede pa rin na makaka-feel siya ng pressure from other sources. So I guess what I'm saying is we just do the best we can as parents. Be consistent in nurturing our children. And you know, not blame ourselves all the time if not everything turns out the way we want it to. Because there's only so much that we can control. At the end of the day, we gotta draw the line between the things we can control and the things we can't. And how our kids turn out in the end, not everything is in our control. So I think that's it.
It's a reminder to myself.
So,
That's your lesson also?
yeah, I
Okay.
just wanted to add to yours.
Okay. So that wraps up our conclusion. Gutom na ako. That wraps up our discussion of Four Sisters and the wedding. So, wait, I think we need to start doing the spiel. Kasi we have a goal, like a personal goal for Therapop. Kasi we want to grow this channel so that we can keep doing it. So if you like this, please, if you're on Spotify, don't forget to follow the podcast and rate it.
It's Therapop with the exclamation point.
Babe, they know where it is kasi they're already listening
Baka sa
to it.
YouTube
Okay. Well, if you're on YouTube, you just need to like and subscribe.
And if you're on Spotify and you wanna check us out on YouTube, it's at Main and Kevin.
Yeah. Yes.
We also have IG and Facebook. Please visit our channels
At Therapop Pod. So if...
on IG and Facebook. It's Therapop Podcast.
Hindi pa Therapop.
Okay, Therapop Pod rin ang URL niya.
Oh, yun. There, Therapop Pod. Ano to? And then, if you have any film suggestions, please let us know kasi we want to start doing like
Parang requests from our therapists.
requests. Yeah. And better do it ASAP before I give birth. So that pwede naman siyang ipila.
That's it for our episode tonight. We had fun discussing this movie. So catch you guys next time right here on Therapop.
Bye.
Bye-bye.